Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Victor with the Chasing Waypoints podcast. Hey, super quick break in the episode. Want to talk about really quick about Spotify for podcasters. If you are interested in getting your story out to the world, starting your own podcast, it is super, super simple. Head on over to spotify.com/podcasters and get all of the information. It is a one-stop shop. You can edit, you can do Q&A, you can do video podcasts, all sorts of different things in one platform. They handle all of the distribution for you, so it is super, super simple and effective. So with that being said, guys, let's get back to the episode. What's going on, guys? It is a special broadcast of the Chasing Waypoints podcast. That is right. We are live from the 2023 Sonora Rally, round number 3 of the World Rally Raid Championship. So we are absolutely looking forward to all of the stuff going on at the event and going through it. 5 days of racing, 1 day of prologue. Prologue's the easy stuff. But these episodes are going to be super raw, so I hope you guys are enjoying them or going to enjoy them. We're just going to be doing the sights and sounds. That's right. We're going to be just talking. It's going to be cut interviews straight from the bivouac. What is going on right from there, right in the action. So I hope you guys enjoy and have a good time with it. So don't forget, like, share, subscribe to the episode if you like what you're listening to. If you got any questions, make sure you send me a message on Instagram. If you want to know something from one of the competitors, give me a shout and let's see if we can get them pinned down and get that question answered. You want to know how to get into rally? Let's get those questions out there. Let's see what they think. Anything you guys got, anything you guys want to know, let me know, and I will try and get that for you guys. So absolutely excited. I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes, and let's get to it. All right. So, well, this has been interesting. Day 2 Sonora Rally, and we're just getting started inside the Piste Control Office, PCO, and it is awfully quiet in here. So stage time, start time got bumped last night, another hour, so it gives me a little bit of free time. But man, talk about a absolute rush yesterday, trying to get all the assets in place and everything. So it's definitely a lot of fun. But very, very challenging. A lot of moving pieces to the organization, especially having the guests here with the FIA, FIM in the same office, working with them hand in hand in what they're trying to do and making sure that the people that are with the rally are in place. So it's definitely been an interesting time. Still having a lot of fun. It's been challenging. You can probably hear it in my voice. I'm working on, I don't know, like a total of maybe 6-7 hours of sleep. Last night, I guess I could say I slept pretty good. Went to bed at 10, woke up at 2:30 this morning. So I don't know what time you guys will be hearing this. I'm going to try and upload it before the show gets started here, but already alive and kicking, tracking everybody leaving Hermosillo and headed out to their positions, as today the racers are going to be headed out to Puerto Peñasco. So going to be a long day for everybody, long day for the competitors. It is a very big stage with the liaison transfer. I believe is about 2 hours or so. So I don't know. Let's see. But I'm trying to figure out. I mean, it's been a pretty good event, pretty quiet. Have not had a lot of adventures, at least from this side of the table. Thankfully, no medicals, nothing like that. Anything that we did have was false alarms and mechanical stuff, but that's par for the course when it comes to rally. So, yeah, I'm sure those guys are happy to be in the bivouac and doing their thing. So it was definitely a few tense, especially with the medical. Again, it was a false alarm. It wasn't anything. You just sometimes you get antsy, you start pressing buttons, and before you know it, you've sent the wrong message. So very important for these guys to take control of that, and it is rally raid and it is racing. I understand it. You get into this mindset and this adrenaline rush and everything happening, and you just seconds become minutes, and minutes become hours, and it really drags everything on. So I think a lot of the racers and competitors are getting the hang of it with the rally comp. All of the guys up front has been really interesting to see how fast they can clear a stage, which is absolutely crazy. But you've got a lot of competitive people, so I'm trying to get, like, I was talking to my dad about this last night, and Rick Vetter about it, and it's interesting that there's a complete, like, kind of a disconnect almost for me, where I'm used to being in the bivouac and being able to talk to guys as they come in and find out how their day went and how everything happened, and it just seems like I can't do that being in the office, and I kind of miss it, and where I used to be able to be out there talking to people and just getting the stories and listening to them, and I'm not going to say living vicariously through them, but just imagining and how it was like, and seeing everybody being excited, and seeing people that are being tired, and they maybe need some motivation, or whatever it is. It's just that human element, where here it's just face in the screens, not really getting a chance to do anything else, just solely focused on tracking and where everybody's at, where the last vehicle's at, what time can the people that are helping, the volunteers that are out there, which are doing an awesome job, what time can they move back to the bivouac, what time can they head back, things like the helicopter, when can the helicopters go back to where they need to go. There's all these little moving pieces, and it's not just like one person that's making the decision, it's everybody that's making the decision. There are certain things, there is a certain kind of a chain, but you have to coordinate with the people in the room, because they are responsible too for that asset. So with the doctor that's here with us, the chief medical officer, the same thing, coordinating with her. Okay, we're ready to start moving the ambulances. The last competitor's moved, is through this location, is en route to this location, and okay, what time can we move? Okay, yeah, let them go, do this, do that. Like, there is a orchestration to this whole thing, and it's so important, because I see it, and I used to race, a long time ago, with my dad and with my parents. We did a lot of Baja stuff, or mostly all Baja stuff, and there's a certain thing that the racer knows that there's people there, and when they stop seeing organization and they stop seeing people, it's in rally, they're not waypoints, but they're humans, and they're people that you see, that you understand. Okay, cool, they're the organization, they know I'm out here, and that's definitely something that you have to coordinate, right? You have to keep the racer in mind and what they're out there doing and what they're trying to achieve, and making sure that you're not, that you're not leaving them out there in the cold. That's my nightmare, would be to have somebody unaccounted for, and basically close up shop and still have them out there. And I wouldn't want that. There's a very select few situations that I never want to deal with, in doing this and working and tracking and working in what I do. There are certain situations that I don't want to deal with, I hope to never have to deal with. And that is one of them. So, but everything has been really good. Everybody's been coordinated. We're able to keep track. The Marlink guys stepped up yesterday. We had a rider that had a tracker issue. They quickly threw one of their little small tracks in there, and we're able to get it going. So I don't know, but looks like we're getting ready to get fired up here. So I'm going to upload this episode. You guys will be hearing it here in a few minutes, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so a little break in the action there. This is literally being recorded in two parts, but you guys probably won't know because it just continued. It is now 6:30 in the morning instead of, I think it was, 3 or 4 in the first part of it. So everything is moving along. Everybody moving into their positions. We've got Edo for ASO, FIM, FIA. He's working on the W2RC. If you guys hear the radio go off in the background, I'll have to answer that really quick. But this is kind of cool. Sun is up. Hermosillo, Sonora. It's hanging out. I'm awake now. I'm sure you can tell the difference in my voice, but enjoying it. It's going to be another warm one. Dad and Rick are out there handling the rally comp business and making that happen. Already relayed the information to the competitor relations officers and stuff like that. It's absolutely crazy to see the production that has to happen. And this is like production light, because you still have a whole nother level that occurs. That was something that Ado and I were literally just talking about, is like the amount of production that is involved in an event like the Dakar rally, and how many people are involved with that, and what it takes to kind of accomplish that event. And it's very different. It's a very different thing. Telling me they've got 2 737s that are flying people back and forth from bivouacs and doing all that stuff is absolutely nuts. I mean, it's just crazy, that size of a production. So one of these days, I will be doing one of these podcasts like this live from the Dakar. One of these days. I got to see it. It's a bucket list. It's one of those things, I've talked about it. I enjoy racing. I enjoy being out there and riding and all that stuff. But, the organization side of things I think is really, really cool. So I like seeing that. I like helping. I like doing that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm absolutely excited for the day. All of the FIM bikes have left the bivouac at this time. Vehicles will be leaving shortly. There was a 1 hour, they changed the start time by 1 hour this morning, so it gave us a little bit of a chance to sleep a little longer, I think. I didn't sleep because I didn't get that message. I was busy working with Michael on results and getting that done, so. But not bad. I'm awake. Things are good. Sun is out. Everybody's moving into position, watching everybody fly across the screen and all of their tracking positions update and stuff like that. So absolutely excited for it. Stage is going to get started here in a little while. But yeah, it's impressive. It really is. And we think our world, our races, and the things that we see here, and especially with the way that the community is growing and is starting to grow, rally rate in North America. And now with this, it's just bringing more popularity, more spotlight onto the event, a lot more attention into this sport now here, stateside, North American side, on this side of the planet, including some other stuff I necessarily can't talk about, but more things coming, more interest, more major organizations and stuff like that. We've got literally this rally. We've got the Sonora rally this week, and then next week is the Nora 1000. And I'm hoping that at some point between now and the end of the rally, I get a chance to talk to Matthew Glade really quickly, because he's doing it Malimoto style here, and then he's jumping on the shuttle and getting over to Baja to go do the Nora 1000 all the way down to the tip. So if you guys have heard and kind of seen his posts, or you follow him, Matthew from Rally Moto Shop, he's into some serious adventure stuff, and this is definitely not going to be anything short of that. So absolutely excited to see that, to maybe catch up with him a little bit. I'm sure he's going to be a bit tired. Long day today on the stage, but we'll see how it shakes down. So I'm going to post this episode now, because I got a feeling things are about to get hectic, and everything. The bivouac the PCO is literally about to come alive once these competitors get close to starting the line. So let's see how this shapes up. So anyway, remember, guys, it'll make sense when you get there. Enjoy the ride.
Hey, y'all, this is Victor with the Chasing Waypoints podcast. Super quick. I've been using the CounterShox now for about 6 months on my bikes, and it is an absolute go-to. Super quick and easy to install. 4 bolts, and it is on the bike and ready to go. It has helped reduce the vibrations on the handlebars, the fatigue in my hands, and all of those hard hits is just making the bike track a lot better. So I absolutely love that thing. Check it out. Link is in the description, countershox.com.
All right, so doing the walk and talk here, see if this thing still keeps recording even after I close it. Yeah, it does. Oh man, what a night. So, in the bivouac, checking it out. We are in Puerto Peñasco, rolling around, seeing how everybody's doing. Freedom Rally Racing. God, I sound so tired. Been up since 4 a.m. It's like a 3-part mini-series. Let's see. Oh, I see somebody I can bug. Here's what we're going to do. This is totally hot mic. He doesn't see me coming. I'm literally walking up behind Ryan Nariño right now. And I've got the other microphone out. So now that he's standing here, I'm going to talk to him.
Dude.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
How are you?
Pretty good when I do this.
Just hold it.
Okay, I'll hold it.
Okay, what happened today?
Okay, so like kilometer 20,
Yeah.
I was going and I heard like this little noise, so I pulled over, stopped,
Yeah.
and I was just like looking around, and I see like my front brake line just
Oh,
like
no.
hanging. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's the sound. So I just zip tie it back to the fender.
Yeah.
No big deal. I keep going. Sound gets worse, and sound gets worse, and then I'm like, what's that? So I look at the back and I see like the wheel.
Yeah.
Like on this side, it's like exposed. So
Yeah.
I shake it, and there's like a little bit of shake.
Wheel bearing.
Wheel bearing.
Oh.
So I go, and I'm like, okay, I know my dad's gonna be at the transit, the
Yeah.
assistance zone. So I'm like, okay, I'll baby the bike over there. So I slow way down
Yeah.
and just cruise on over there.
Yeah.
And then I forget what kilometer, maybe 60 or whatever, 55.
Yeah.
Go through cactus, and it's super bad sand, like super thick sand.
Oh.
So I have to give the bike gas.
Yeah.
So I get on the gas, and then it makes the terrain 10 times harder because the back end is all over
It's just
the place.
moving all over the
It's
place.
moving all over the place.
Yeah.
And then my back brake doesn't work because every like other second, the rear disc
It's just
goes
that-
away. Like it's all over the place. Like
Yeah.
I touch the rear brake, there's no brake.
Yeah.
And then another time there's brake.
Oh, man.
And then basically I was going down a wash and just
Uh-oh.
chained through.
Oh.
Didn't break a case.
Okay, got lucky there.
Got lucky. Yeah, it screwed up my shift shaft.
Yeah.
So it bent
okay.
it to the side. So we're
Yeah.
going to figure that
So now
out
there should be-
soon.
Yeah.
And my bearing, there's nothing in there. It's gone.
It's
and
all
then I
toast.
tried
Broke
to
the cage,
continue.
everything.
I put on the chain like 4 or 5 more times. Went 5 feet, and then it would just come off.
Yeah.
And then I pressed the rally comp.
Yeah, we caught that on
mechanical.
that end. Yeah, the
I
mechanical
clicked it
one.
like 10 times. I'm like, hey, like, yeah.
Hurry up.
And then like 4 hours or so later, Dave
Yeah.
Pearson. I started walking the other
Yeah.
way because I remember seeing org people like
Yeah.
a couple kilometers down the way. I'm like, okay, I'll walk. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this is longer than I expected. I'll turn around. So I turned around and went back to the bike, and there was Dave Pearson with the bike.
Showing up. Nice.
Yeah. So,
All right.
yep.
Nice. But yeah, you were a little ways in there.
Yeah.
It took us a little bit to get out there.
Yeah.
But nice. But otherwise, so far, so good. I
Good,
mean,
yeah, we're putting,
roadbook's good.
Yeah, roadbook was good. No
Yeah.
navigation errors, no. And then now we're just getting the spare wheel, and I'm paranoid about bearings. So I was like, how do we know these bearings aren't going to go? So we just replaced the bearings.
Yeah.
So we know, and then we're going to figure out the shift shaft situation.
Nice.
So,
Get that figured
yeah.
out. That's going to take a little creativity.
Yeah.
Make it happen. Sweet.
Yep. So we'll
All
figure
right.
that out. And,
What time
yeah.
What time you got to get up in the morning?
I have no idea.
No idea yet?
I wasn't able to go to the driver's meeting, so I'll
Okay.
look on
Sportity. Yeah, it'll be on Sportity.
And yeah, so
Yeah. Now I got to be in the PCO at 5:20, 5:15 in the morning.
okay.
So, but that's because FI.
And then I connected the dots that they both crashed.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming Sunderland crashed, or both of them crashed at 23.8,
yeah.
because there's a gnarly ditch that's not marked.
Yeah.
But they told us about it at the start, but I don't know if they knew about it.
Yeah, it was. We looked at the road book and saw the notes that they had added, and it was like right where all of this went down.
Yeah.
But the same thing. Race jitters, trying to make the line, trying to go fast.
And it's our
and
job to go
sometimes you
fast.
got to hang it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate though. I mean, we're expecting big things from them, but
Yeah.
it happens.
I'm looking forward
Sweet.
to tomorrow to ride.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are tired, and I'm not that tired, so
There
hopefully
you go.
that's an advantage.
There you go. What class are you running?
Enduro.
Enduro. Perfect.
So,
Well, we'll be keeping track of you.
cool. All right.
Sweet.
Cool.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you in a bit. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah. I thought you heard.
Sweet podcast voice.
Well, since you're here, hold on to this.
Oh. Oh,
Keep it close. Nathan Looney, what's up, dude?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just,
Right? Very impromptu.
wrenching on some bikes.
Nice.
So,
Okay, so when we talked earlier, you had 2 bikes you were working on.
yes. Yep. These are them.
Nice.
Both are one's a 23 Husky, and the other one's a 18. So
Nice.
probably its last voyage.
Its last
here.
rodeo?
Yep. Sorry.
All right, well, working on both of these. All right, so I see the CounterShox on the newer bike. How's that?
He's
What do you think?
loving it. He came in and he's like, I don't know what that thing is on the front, but it's great. And I got another South African. And he's like, I don't care what happens. I'm leaving with one of those. I said, okay, I'll take one off a bike. And give it to
I
you."
won't get it.
I said, I can mail it to you. And he's like, no, I'm taking one with me. Like, okay.
He's like, I'm not risking this getting lost in the mail.
Yeah.
Nice. So, but otherwise, how the riders doing? The bikes doing? How's everything?
Few people have maybe overcooked their mooses a little bit here and there, but I think that was somebody trying to make up time that maybe they shouldn't have. But other than that, everything's gone well. We haven't had any major injuries, so
Nice.
just a few thorns in some arms and this and that. That's gonna happen in the desert.
It's Baja and they're alive.
Yes.
So no
Yeah.
matter how hard you try, you're going to end up with those. I've gotten lucky, but I know it's coming.
Absolutely.
But nice. So both 500s, but
So he didn't end up putting one on. There's a bit of a language barrier. I wish I spoke better Spanish, but he brought his own DLC coated forks, and
Okay.
I'm kind of waiting until a little later on in it to say, hey, do you want to try this? But he's doing really well, so I don't want to mess up his.
Exactly. Kind of doesn't want to change the
And,
the recipe.
I generally don't recommend making any suspension changes during a race. So, I'm happy to send one home with him and let him try it out.
Test it, try it, and
Yep.
see it.
Yep.
It's really crazy. I think that's been the general opinion. Everybody's like, well, I don't know, and then they put it on, and it's like, so I don't want to take it off.
Right.
It took me almost 2 weeks to get it back from my buddy that I let borrow mine. So I haven't washed my bike. I haven't been riding this weekend though. Oh really?
Oh really? Huh. Imagine that. I'll bet
So
you
okay,
have
I guess I'm
something
not
to
getting it
credit
back.
for.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, it's crazy. It's how something. I'm gonna say simple, but it's really not. It's a very complicated simple.
Yes. Yes. Complicated.
That's so
and
good.
simple.
But cool. So what
Okay.
time are you guys getting up
Oh,
in the
we'll-
mornings now?
We've got our first rider. I think he's going out somewhere right around 5:30, 5:45. I can't remember. He goes out early. Everybody else kind of lingers around. I think they go anywhere between 6:30 and 8. So
Nice.
we got kind of a spread. We got 10 riders we're supporting here. So
Yeah, that's an
quite an
impressive lineup of.
it's quite an undertaking.
Nice.
So,
Well, good.
Anyway.
Well, you guys will have fun, I'm sure. So
yes, absolutely.
I'll try and catch up with you guys, and I'll keep an eye on.
I keep
on
seeing
the
your
riders.
dad around. I think he's working harder than anybody.
Yeah, it's been some long mornings. Yeah, this morning they had with the stage change with the finish line location. That was a major change for them. Had to do a bunch of chips and stuff like that. So,
Oh man.
baptism by fire. This is first time I'm out in the PCO,
Actually
like
trying it.
away from the bivouac. I'm like, okay, I'm done, guys. I got to go to the bivouac. I'm
Yeah.
tired of being in this room. I got to get some people,
Yeah, talk
see
to
what's
some
going
people,
on.
see
Yeah.
how get a better feel for it than
it's
you do
one thing-
watching numbers come.
Yeah,
out on the
exactly.
board.
I'm watching an arrow out in the, on the screen, buried in the screen the whole time.
Yep.
So, but yeah,
Awesome.
we'll see. Awesome,
Well,
Nathan.
love
Thank
it.
you.
Having a great
yeah,
time.
I'll let you
All
get to it.
Take it easy.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
See ya. All right. Let's keep on walking here. Let's see who else we're running into. It's a pretty big bivouac. So we're here in Puerto Peñasco, down a little ways from where we had normally camped last time, but I think that's just because the room for the bivouac, where it was previously, got changed, and so they couldn't fit this big of a production out here. So I think it's pretty interesting. I'm seeing a lot of bivouac activity, but I'm seeing also a lot of pits that are already closed out for the night. Walking by the Husqvarna factory racing and Red Bull tents here.
checking those out. Bikes are all undercover. Everything's locked up. Lights are out. Sure, those guys are getting some sleep. They got to be up super early. So, bummer to hear today, Sam Sunderland and both Skylar Howe's out, which definitely not cool. We're expecting to see big things. You know, Sam Sunderland getting back on the bike, running around, and then also Skylar Howe's, you know, had that title from last year, so was looking to defend it. So we were hoping to see that as well. But let's see here, where are we walking by now? T1 Pluses are all over here. The BRX team. It's really crazy to see that you're usually like you see this stuff out in the Dakar, which is really crazy. South Racing, here's their, you know, 20 UTVs that they brought, or however many UTVs that they brought, which is absolutely nuts. To see how big of a production that is, you know, just rows and rows of easy ups. BRX Racing here as well, kind of walking over by them. So I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm in the park running around just watching these guys kind of walking by, taking a look. It's kind of crazy, right? Dakar type stuff, you know, this is the thing that you would see in Dakar and experience, you know. I always saw it on TV, I'm like, I wonder what it'd be like to just sit there and walk around the pits and check it out. Sebastian Loeb's car here. Very nice. These things are impressive. There's so much technology in these cars, but it's a different technology, right? We're used to the Baja stuff here in the stateside, what I do, or what I've seen and what I've been used to, and then to see some of these cars, like their suspension is different, the way they plan and situate things is different. You know, walking by the Red Bull Can-Am team here, these guys got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars that they're all prepping. And yeah, just like you know, full factory South Racing as well. So pretty awesome to see. You know, it's a whole production, a tech per vehicle, tearing down, doing their thing, making it happen. X-Raid on the other side. Mini is here with a couple of other John Cooper Works cars. BBR. Man, there's just so much. Walking around here. Red Bull's got a big old area for their stuff. Oh no, this is all South Racing. So I think I'll walk around to this side. SP, I believe that's Sarah Price. Check out these South Racing. Oh, there we go. One of the South Racing cars is getting OnlyFans sponsorship. That's how you do it. Let's see what else we got. Trophy Light. These are more Can-Ams. Let's walk down this way. We'll check out the T1 Plus from Nasser Al-Attiyah. I see the Honda pits. Those guys are working. Everybody checking out their bikes, getting ready. I walk over there, but I don't know. I don't see anybody I recognize, and I don't want to just throw a mic at them like Nariño or Nathan Looney. Be like, here, talk into this. I did run into Mason Klein. He was looking ready for tomorrow's stage, coming down the elevator. Got all these T1 Plus. See, so it's interesting because the T1 Plus cars to me look like a short course car. If you've ever seen any of the short course cars that you may see on TV, Pro 4s, you know, kind of stubby, you know, not a lot of suspension, it looks like, but all A-arm front and rear. These cars, I think, are way more about the handling and handling at speed than they are necessarily about, you know, taking on 3 and 4 foot, 5 foot holes, you know, in succession at, you know, random speeds, very fast speeds, which is very interesting. So this is something, so I'm in the room with the PCO, or in the PCO, piece control, and these guys, you know, from the FIA were talking, and they're like, oh, you know, I want to see, you know, I would want to see a trophy truck. I want to see a trophy truck. And I'm like, to me, it's like, yeah, trophy trucks, you know, been there, seen that, up close, you know, all that fun stuff. Ridden in a Class 1 car. And so it's not that big a deal. So I'm like, okay, well, if they want to see trophy trucks, of course, we're going to show them the Zoo Road stuff. And they're like, Next thing I know, I've got all of them over my shoulder. Like, we're watching this video really quick of like Abdali Lopez, Rob McCachran, all of these guys just pounding through Zoo Road. And I'm going like, yeah, this is at 110 plus miles an hour, 3-4 foot holes, and then he's like, the first thing they said was like, what about the crowd control? And I go, that doesn't exist. The only control they have is basically on their stuff. So very interesting, Baja versus what they're used to, right? These are people, like, just to get an idea, these are the same people that will go and do a WRC event, World Rally Championship, packed stages, in the room with a lot of guys from France, Argentina, Mexico City, Dr. Manuela there with us, as a CMO, talking about some of the events and stuff that they do and how they organize it in Mexico City for these rally stages. Absolutely crazy. And then they're seeing this and she's going, but crowd control. I'm going, yeah, that doesn't, And the worst part of it is, I was looking for the older videos where they start like sucking up and covering the people or covering the route, and it's very hard to see, like showing them how people do that. Like, they will like crowd the track, and we're talking about it, it's like, oh, well, sometimes people don't understand. It's like, well, if they split a little bit, made a little bit of room, they would actually go faster. You'd have more room for them to do this. But everybody wants to be in the action and doing all that stuff, and in the end, that's what we end up. That's why we can't have nice things sometimes. So, walking around, big old fire pit. They got the food area, all the bivvy food going on. A couple of racks of, I don't know what, hanging over there, but they're cooking. I think they're making pig. Interesting. Very nice. Darren Skelton there catching up with everybody. Walking around, still got a line for food. I've been snacking all day. It's interesting. I am definitely a snacker, but at this point I feel like I'm way more into sleep than I'm going to be about getting food. So kind of walking around the outside because I don't want to like walk up and hot mic somebody. I feel like I'm sniping and doing stuff. Oh. Okay, everybody is gone to bed. All right, let's start walking back to the car. It's time to go back to the hotel. But absolutely crazy. It's just been this it's just this whole other experience for me this year than I'm used to at any other rally. It's like I come with the expectation I'm going to be in the bivouac, I'm going to be doing all this stuff, and I knew going into this that it was going to be different for me, but not this different. And I'm excited. I'm definitely excited that I have this opportunity. I've had some conversations already, and we'll see. I'm enjoying it, enjoying my time here. It's even though it's very different for me. I'm not used to being in a room. I met really great people in that room, and we have fun, and we keep it light. And it's a stressful situation at any given moment. Like, you're literally one alert away from it being a very stressful situation. So I'm looking forward to getting through these next couple of days and just working it out. I mean, I think it's been a lot of fun so far, so I'm hoping that continues. Walking through here where they had the riders briefing earlier, just kind of cruising along. You see my neighbor, but he's not here. I wonder where he went. He must be out at the bivouac. Oh, and I see the Rally Comp boys. Okay, I don't know what they're doing, but I should probably put this away, help them. I'm gonna upload this. We went through. You guys will get the full episode. You get to hear my voice all 3 stages of today. So anyway, remember, shiny side up. It makes sense when you get there.